I got a special treat for y'all today. Let me roll my ashy ass hands. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Stacie, and I'm back with another one. So check me out, though, fellas. Rejoice, ladies. Rejoice as well. We have an ally. We got an ally. We got someone out here doing the Lord's work, and I must go ahead and clap it up. Clap it up wherever you are, because we when you're calling people out, you find people that are answering the call, stepping up to the plate, and knocking that bitch the fuck out the park. You gotta clap it up. You gotta clap it up, man. So what I'm talking about exactly is we've been having a lot of conversations in the community, in the culture, about accountability. Most men feel like women aren't holding each other accountable. Ladies, this ain't about y'all right now. Men feel like women aren't holding each other accountable. And because of that, the rise of Kevin Samuels has started, and it's going like crazy. But a lot of people can't fuck with it because they don't like the way he delivers his message. I'm going to show you someone who's delivering a very similar message, but a totally different way. And if you can't hear it from her, can't receive it from her, you're the friggin' problem. Today, I must announce to you Queen fucking Breeny. Queen Breeny from the UK ski. Shouts out to Queen Breeny. Hope you clapping with me. You better be clapping with me. Queen Breeny's over there in the UK doing the Lord's work, and it cannot go unapplauded. Shouts out to Queen Breeny. And fellas, I know y'all may not want to click on her page. You wouldn't click on her page possibly for your own, to really understand what's actually going on out there. They working. They trying to work. So we're going to peep in, sneak in to see what's going on and see the talking points. And have hope for our sisters, man. Have hope for our ladies, because they trying. The conversation that started, we all at the table right now. We at the table right now. We all realize it's a fucking problem going on. I know I'm talking a lot, but bitch, this is my motherfucking channel. If you want to see this full video, the link in the description. But we all realize it's a fucking problem going on. I know a lot of women is seeing this guy Kevin Samuels pop, and the first thing that should come to their mind, like, whoa, men actually really think that way? Yes. We've been compressing ourselves to conform because we had no voice. We was always shunned and shut down about when it comes to our real thoughts, our real feelings. But yes, we really think that way. Naturally, this is the way we fucking think. Yes, it's true. Yeah. Sorry for you, but that's how it is. And men are being snapped to us, like come to our senses, like, oh yeah, this is how we feel. And we have been dominated as a society by our women, and it's put us in a position that I don't feel like it's too good. We all are looking for answers to get better. I don't feel like we're in the best position we need to be in. For the black family, of course. That's what I care for, the black family. I know I'm talking a lot. I got timestamps on this video. I'm just so excited that we got Queen Breeny, and I'm coming to show y'all Queen Breeny. The timestamps will be on this video. The Queen Breen. Let's get into it, man.
They talk all this crud in their music and go home to be a doormat. Make it make sense. If that is female empowerment, y'all can keep that.
Let's get to it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. So I really don't want to turn my page into that page that talks about popular culture. And I really try my hardest not to talk about people, but to talk about case studies and use people as case studies rather than talking about people, because we all saw what happened to Derek Jackson. And I'm not a person to judge people, but I always want to be able to take a situation, extract the lessons that we can learn as women and a few men that watch my channel. So
what it is, Queen Brain?
Today we're talking about other city girls and female rappers promoting toxic relationships. I want to talk about female rappers because I feel like that's what popular culture is right now. And as much as we can say, oh, it doesn't affect me or blah, 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 we cannot deny the effects that when something is glorified, or it doesn't have to be glorified, just publicized and then glorified and then normalized, us normal people people, it starts to affect us, okay? Back in the day, we were affected by media more, but now we're affected by social media, and none of us that use social media can run away from this reality. And I think that as a big sister on YouTube, I have the responsibility to call a spade a spade. And one thing about a lot of women these days, they do not get held accountable. Everything.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm surprised she said that. Queen Breeny is brave.
It's like, yes, sis, do you, yes. Oh my God, relationship goals. Knowing full well that a relationship is toxic, people have the nerve to call it relationship goals. Why? Because it is glamorized. When people with money make something look a certain way that isn't a certain way, it's called glamorization. And when they glamorize it in the media, we start to normalize it in our day-to-day lives. So let's say, for instance, we see a woman or Instagram baddie on the shade room and her man has cheated on her and she stayed with him. If you are now in a relationship in your normal life, you are more likely to stay because she stayed. And us women, no matter how much we like to think that we are individuals or we think individually, there's such a thing called group think.
Oh my God, man. I remember when I wasn't doing YouTube like that, I used to always be so pissed off about Twitter, Instagram. It was so annoying with the group thing. It was so annoying, dog. When are you guys gonna think for yourself? When the fuck? And it was getting so crazy with PC culture that no one was bold enough to think as an individual, because you didn't want to get canceled, you didn't want to get dragged on social media, on Twitter, you didn't want to get dragged or whatever like that. Joe, you wouldn't be an individual. Group think has put us in the place that we is. Group think has allowed a personality like Kevin Samuels to thrive. Because people are tired of this PC shit. They're tired of compressing their thoughts. Group think is what allowed for Donald Trump to become president. Because people are tired of this PC BS. Oh, that's a little acronym, PCBS. Okay. Why I say acronym like that? I'm listening to goddamn UK shit. I'm speaking with different rhythms and shit.
And it's been happening for a very long time on social media. Group thinking is where you don't get a chance to think. You start saying and speaking and talking like how other people are. That's why I can only tolerate Twitter for a limited amount of time. So many people on Twitter talk about normalize this, normalize that, normalize. No, some things don't need to be normalized.
I hate that term. Every year y'all come up with a new term and it just make my balls itch. I'm tired of y'all these damn terms.
Can we not normalize everything? How about that? Not only is it the glamorization of certain lifestyles, but art does imitate real life. So what I am going to do a little bit moving forward is use some celebrities or some well-known people and what they are putting out there, because we can only really run off of what they're putting out there. And we are going to use it to do case studies on this channel. So I want to ask the question, is Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Saweetie, and the rest of female rappers, are they promoting toxic relationships to our young, impressionable generation? What do you guys think? Comment below. So the relationship that has been...
Fellas, we already know the answer to this question. Fellas, I hope y'all watching. I hope, fellas, that y'all didn't see a woman on the screen and y'all want to click off. Fellas, listen to this shit, bro. She is bringing them to court, and they say they don't like the way Kevin talk about it. They don't like the way Kevin come at women. They got a lady. A lady's coming at them. A beautiful, dark-skinned lady. The melanated queen, Breeny, is coming at them. As respectful as possible. It's no excuse. I'm going to cover Queen Breeny a lot on my channel. Because we can't let this shit be swept under the rug. The people that are out here doing the work, we got to put them up there. Put them up. Put them up. Gotta show love, man.
Recently highlighted to me is Lil Uzi and JT from the City Girls. Lil Uzi is a very famous, very influential rapper who is 26. And JT is one part of the group City Girls with young Miami, aka Carisha, who is 28. And so a lot of people think that this is such a weird relationship. Not only is he 5 foot nothing, 5'3" to be precise, but he is largely recognized as being a bloody weirdo, selling his soul, worshipping the devil type weirdo. He also wears purses and wears women's clothes, and he's also normalized all of that kind of weird behavior. And not only that, he recently got a diamond put in his forehead because some people have more money than sense.
Bars.
So a lot of people, the two being together makes no sense at all. JT has often and still continues to defend her relationship, saying that she likes who she likes. Some people say opposites attract, but I say you attract who you are. Something about Lil Uzi, something in him, his spirit attracted JT to him. And so in that sense, neither one is better than the other. Neither one is settling. They have met their match clearly. Some of my friends used to literally give me the side eye when they saw the type of guys that I used to date in the past. And they always felt like I dated down. And that was truly because that's how I felt about myself. I think you date who you can relate to on some level. I personally call it trauma bonding or jailmates, but I digress. But what I really want to discuss in today's video is how the city girls have this reputation of being bad bees, being bosses, not being held down by any man, finessing men, taking their money, not being used but using them, etc, etc. On the other hand, in real life, JT is allowing this boy to disrespect her publicly, disrespect her friends, act like he's in control of her. He is coming across very, very controlling.
Whole body and soul, and you know I don't give a fuck about nothing. So listen, is this Carisha?
Uzi, me and you don't have to be
I
friends.
don't
and
care,
that's
Carisha. JT told me, she like, Uzi, you ain't gonna do nothing to make it worse, so don't say nothing. But you know, clearly I run this shit, and this is mine. So it's just like, Carisha, shut up. JT. If I told you tongue kiss me on this live right now, you gonna do it.
Okay, well just say.
So just chill. Hey. Yeah, I am up there, but I'm not gonna go there.
But you taking too long with my phone.
You're not getting on live anyway. That's number one.
Okay, so Uzi, you could just hang up and we'll talk off the live because it's a lot.
Yeah,
Don't make me get
like that.
Don't make me
get like that.
Okay.
And for some reason, with these girls, Carisha included, that is a turn on for them. And that's why I call it trauma bonding. Sometimes we are attracted to what is toxic in us. But Lil Uzi is literally controlling JT and she is letting him. That's not what you rap about in your music, sis. And that's why if you must listen to these female rappers, these male rappers, listen and watch for entertainment purposes only, because everything they say is cap. And I say especially the female rappers, because I feel like they're just saying stuff for shits and giggles. It's not serious at all. But some women will take their taglines and start using it. Hot girl summer. Meanwhile, Megan Thee Stallion is in a whole relationship. What hot girl summer? Beyonce sang all my single ladies, and went right back home to her husband.
Get him. Queen Breeny going off, man. Let me step out her way and let kick. This is like when Steph Curry is dropping threes after threes. Clay just gotta stand the foot back. Let him cook.
It makes sense. Cardi B said, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me show you how I got this ring. Meanwhile, all of that whack could not stop your man from cheating several times. So Weedy said, if your man can't buy you a Birkin bag, send him back to the streets. Meanwhile, he was buying you apology presents, all these gifts that you were seeing last year especially. I don't know if you guys were watching, but last year, December, the materialism that was being glorified in the Shade Room especially was almost sickening, especially because we were genuinely going through a pandemic. These rappers were buying their girls gifts and cars and money and jewelry and all of this stuff. Meanwhile, these guys are buying you presents to beg for your forgiveness because they cheat on you. Listen, I know you hear it, but listen to Breeny. All that glitters is not gold. Take everything you see online with a pinch of salt.
But no, let me intervene real quick. Now, women see this and think this is like normal relationship, or this is how you express love. So a guy could be in a relationship with a woman and not doing anything wrong, But since he's not able to splurge in that manner, she feels like it's something wrong. She's missing something. Where one thing she may be getting that these other women will never get is time. Full blown commitment. Full blown, like really actually having some form of a partnership. Actually getting some type of respect. Now, that's not to say people that are able to splurge and do things like that aren't able to, have respect for their woman. But when you put a very good guy that's doing everything that he needs to do, that's necessary to make a relationship run smoothly, and you place him against these guys that get money in totally different ways, and put them, it don't make sense. You put your relationship next to these people, that's just bad faith, man.
I'm really starting to say that a lot of these women are just be saying things to get women all hyped up and get them all in a frenzy, get them to start leaving their men who are actually good to them to go out in the streets and be for the streets. What is going on while they are doing total opposite? And the thing is, no one is holding them accountable because they throw out the excuse, I'm not trying to be a role model. Listen to me clearly. If any of you have a position of power or seeking a position of power, understand this. With fame comes influence. With influence comes responsibility. And marching for social justice does not evade you of the social responsibility you have to the people who follow you. The young women, the young men that are impressionable, that cannot differentiate between entertainment and real life.
Cardi B, she's talking to you.
And I really believe that a lot of these women have major daddy issues. I know a daddy issue when I see one. I think that a lot of these women are deeply hurt and really need therapy. They don't need to be putting it in a song. They need to be going to therapy. And a lot of them, they will make songs just giving the most stupidest advice. But because they put it to a catchy beat, we're not internalizing that. You take everything they say to heart. But that's why you got to be careful who you let speak to you. Whether that's on YouTube, whether that's through podcasts, whether that's through music. All of these things have influence on you. And unfortunately, because of the money that they have high level daddy issues. Their daddy issues and our daddy issues are not the same. They have enough money to cover it up. We've got to deal head on with our daddy issues. We see how it manifests in our life. We see how it manifests in the relationships that we tolerate. And I think daddy issues or any kind of issues mixed with money is a toxic combination. And the reason why I think a lot of them have daddy issues is because I think Megan Thee Stallion even wrote it the other day. Like, I'll post it on the screen, but they equate masculinity with being told to.
All right, let's read the tweet.
Shut up, be in control.
All right, so the tweet. Let me do this. So I'll read the tweet. Party really showed me what it's like to respect your partner because I used to be talking to people crazy. Listen, when I tell y'all I'm from Miami. My lady is from Miami. My lady be the same way y'all be hearing Young Miami and JT talk. My lady get wild. That's how she talk. And I be having to say, hey, don't be talking to me like that. Like, why you cursing at me? Why are you giving me that energy? We're not there. Why you want to take it there? You gotta, a lot of women, they think that's cool. They think that's normal relationship just to be talking just out the mouth of grown, full-blown men. If you do that, if men talk crazy to other men, they fucking fight. That's what happens. But a woman does that to a man, it's like, but you gotta still respect me because I'm a woman. No, respect me because I'm a man. Respect me as a person. It's just respect. You know? Just chill. Just relax. Just chill. Shit.
Masculinity with being told to shut up, being controlled, being told what to do, spoken to aggressively, spoilt rotten, not being the only woman, competing with other women for that one man, being called their bitch, and all the other toxic things that come with it. And I cannot be the only one that sees that these type of women only submit to aggressive men, and aggressive men with money, or men who are gangsters, gangbangers, who have notoriety. This is a huge red flag that someone has daddy issues. They cannot get with a good guy. They cannot get with a nice guy because that guy is too soft for them. They'll run all over them. And if you're a good guy, you shouldn't get with them either. Like, it's detrimental to you.
No,
as
don't
well.
do it.
But
don't do it. Don't do it. You know them. You know that ratchet pussy. You know it's different now. It's different. But you don't want to wipe that. You better just pump and dump.
they can't get with genuinely soft, kind, normal men because they'll run all over them. Their internal issues won't allow them to submit to those kind of men. They'll only submit to a man that is physically overpowered.
That's true.
Them, whether that's height, whether that's weight, whether that's aggression. Like, a man telling you to shut up, that's not sexy. A man being disrespectful, calling you out of your name, even if he's saying my bitch, is disrespectful. Where are the mothers to tell these women that this is disrespectful? All the women that I'm talking about is crazy because they're all younger than me. These are little girls. But even me, I'm like, these women look like they're in their 30s, 35. They look old, but these are young girls. And it's only when it comes to these situations that you realize, oh, these girls are tolerating this kind of stuff because they're young. But then they're also influencing other young people that say, oh, I'm going to tolerate it because I'm young. But what you guys don't understand is that young choices become adult problems. What you don't tackle when you're young will not disappear. They won't go away. They will show up time and time and time again. So don't use the excuse that you're young to follow these foolish girls. I call it how I see it. They're foolish. They have no understanding and they have no wisdom. Back to that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Now, when she says this, do you guys understand now? When men tell y'all certain things that you do when you're younger, it affects you later. You guys don't want to hear it. You feel like, men can't tell me what to do. When she says that, do y'all get it now? Such as having, not saying you can't bounce back from these things, but saying having a child young and still expecting for the best guy on the market to just hop on you. You're not Sierra, baby girl. You're not her. You're not her. Things you do back then affect you in the real world. You gotta stop looking at the most perfect situations and thinking that's what's going to happen to you. These are all people that hit the lottery. Every social media influencer that's or every goddamn artist, rapper, entertainer, these are all lottery winners. They all lottery winners. They all hit the lottery. It's very few of them that actually made it from being, right mentally. As far as when it comes to real life shit, real life situations, you feel me? It's very few people that's actually knowing what the hell they're talking about. And most of those people are only being listened to by other people who are more grounded with knowing what the fuck they talking about, So you got to know how to, like she said, separate and differentiate the situations and know how to consume what you need to consume and just know what to treat as entertainment and get what you need to thrive and succeed in this life. I'm gonna ask you. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Queen Breeny, wrap it up for us. 6 more minutes.
Daddy issues. When you have no reference of what a real true man is, you will build your own definition. Like City Girls, Megan Thee Stallion, they talk all this crud in their music and go home to be a doormat. Make it make sense. If that is female empowerment, I do not want it at all. Y'all can keep that. And some say, oh, it's just music, it's not that deep. Maybe not to you, but these women have followers. Not the followers like me and you, how we follow people. Die hard fans. People that follow their every move. They do what they do. They talk how they talk. And every day they're being indoctrinated. So much for not wanting to be a role model. If you don't want to be a role model, delete your account. There's no way around. You are a role model. People follow you because they look up to you.
Ooh.
You are on a pedestal. You are an example. If you have influence, you are an influencer. No matter how you try to get around it, you are an influencer and you have a responsibility. You cannot have fame without the responsibility that comes with it, period. And I truly feel sorry for this generation because there's not much else for you guys to listen to. There's not much else for you guys to watch. The people that make good music and are good people are not popular. You're not going to hear them on the radio. You may have to search for them, but they're not readily available. It's like fast food. The food that is good for you is probably more expensive and more hidden. If I go this way or I go that way, I'm going to find a McDonald's somewhere. The food that isn't good for you is everywhere. The food that is good for you is hidden. And the problem is that the more nasty, the more eccentric, the more ratchet you are, the more popular you will be. So a lot of people find themselves, even though they don't start off that way, they find themselves going down that road because ghetto, ratchet equals success in the 21st century, especially in the Black community anyway. And a lot of people say, well, it's the parents' responsibility. Listen, parents have their own lives and they cannot control every single thing their child chooses to do.
One second. Y'all made Sukiyana famous, man. Y'all gotta live with that. Y'all made Sukiyana famous. Y'all made her famous. She said some shit the other day. I may cover it in a video, but y'all really made her famous, y'all. Whew, God.
Control everything that the child is exposed to. That's why we have to take responsibility for what we are putting out there. Even if you're not famous, what image are you showcasing?
We're talk to them.
And the sad truth is a lot of our children are being raised by the culture, and the culture consists of media, and the culture consists of social media, which is why I have to use my platform positively. I'm not trying to be positive. This is just who I am. This is just how I think. I'm not trying to be a role model, but I understand that I am. And so with that role model, I'm going to use it to do good. And if you don't like it, feel free to unfollow. But this platform is going to speak the truth. And the truth is, today's music, majority of it is toxic, and the lifestyle that goes with it. And you cannot say relationship goals to anybody you don't know personally. You're not with them every single day. The people that are with them the most are the ones that are saying, not my relationship goal. And everything that looks good isn't good for you. Last thing I'm going to say is that I really have a problem with Saweetie because I feel like she benefited off of promoting a certain lifestyle that was a lie. She knew she was being cheated on and swung around in the elevator and still had the nerve to come on the internet talking about,
if you're not getting you a Birkin, if you're not paying for your bills, then throw that nigga back to the streets, okay?
my next video is going to be, oh, so you want to date a rich man. I'm looking forward to that one. She had the nerve to be showing off the cars and the gifts that Quavo bought her, only to find out that it wasn't because Quavo was the best boyfriend ever, but it's because Quavo had been getting in somebody else's knickers. It's because Quavo had been cheating. That's why she was receiving all of that stuff. So moral of the story, like I said, take everything you see, whether here, on social media, even on my page, take everything you see with a pinch of salt. What you see is less than 10% of what is actually happening, okay? You can dance, you can vibe, you can clap your hands, you can shake your booty, you can pop, lock and drop it, but take nothing that they say to heart. Believe nothing you hear and believe nothing you see. If your man truly loves you, he will be faithful to you. He will buy you what he can afford when he can afford it. And you need to treasure him because these girls could never. You and the city girls, you and Meg Thee Stallion, you and Cardi B, we're not the same, okay? And the men that they're talking about, we can't have all of that. There's only a small percentage of men that can afford to buy you a Birkin just because you're.
When she says this, once again, do you understand? Is it consumable for you? Do you get it now? The biggest thing that people are not taking from this big culture-wide debate about high value, Kevin Samuels is trying to get you guys to understand that most men are not high value. And you should respect the men that aren't. He's showing you, for you to be up there, it's tough. It's hard to deal with the man that's up there. It's hard to even qualify for that man. So you should respect the men that approach you and that really care and want to make you an honest woman. You should respect them. Not saying that you should not have standards for yourself, but those standards should just be realistic. We got to start having a conversation. We are at the table. The best thing about this shit, we're all at the table. We're all talking. We want better. We realize it's some issues in the family, in the culture, and we need to take this time to really understand what each other wants. And gotta heal. We have to heal. We gotta fix this shit. Because we have to for our kids. Most of us are lost causes. We are stuck in the way that we think. But we got to make sure that we having honest conversations about regrets. Me, I regret not focusing on myself and trying to please women too fast before I had shit straight. Just giving up as I get resources, trying to not making sure I get everything together before I even get to focusing on women. Now, when you finally come across the right one, you're not ready because you done fucked up with just not being focused. So men, we got to be on our own, making sure that when we by ourselves, we focusing. Appreciate the subscriber. I'm not even live right now. I just got a subscriber. But when we by ourselves, we're focusing. We're focusing on our purpose, and we ready, setting the table. Damn, another subscriber. Am I live by mistake? Shit. But yeah, making sure we focusing on making sure that we setting the table for our ladies to come and nest and be on point with us. I'm getting a lot of fucking subscribers. I don't know what's going on. Something must be going on. Thank you. But yeah. I don't know if y'all hear those chimes. I don't know if y'all hear them chimes. I'm hearing them in my ear. Let me let Queen Breeny finish. That shit threw my old talking point off, man.
Average guy will have to work probably 3 years to be able to afford what that guy can give, just whatever. And the thing is, when you can afford it, it has no value. So a Birkin bag to us is crazy. To them, it's nothing. So don't try to copy and paste their life to yours and put pressure on your man to be something that their men could never be faithful. Rappers and entertainers are the most unfaithful men on the planet. And these women talk about being independent and having their own, but get so excited when the men buy them stupid stuff. Oh my God. Make it make sense. Anyway, I've got so much more to talk about on this topic, but my next video is going to be, so you want to date a rich guy, huh? Make sure you comment.
We're gonna react to that video. I'm happy. I'm more than likely gonna chop this video down. I did a lot of talking. I don't know if y'all really want to hear me talking that much, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep it in. You'll see. We'll see how I feel when I watch this video back. Now it's another sister that's doing the Lord's work. I gotta check it out. That's from the title. What I'm saying, it seems like it's necessary. The sister that's in New York, out of New York, Ayemi Loho. I see her. She out here working. I gotta go check that video out. We're gonna react to that one too. That shit coming out. That's coming out after this one. We gotta praise these women that's doing the work and holding each other accountable, man. We gotta hold each other accountable on our part, and they gotta do it on their part. That's how we make this shit whole again. You feel me? We're gonna bring the black family back. We gotta bring the black family back, man. Bring the black family back. We owe it to our children. Man. If it's just making me feel some type of way, bro. If all of us we was torn apart in the 80s, we were torn the fucking apart. Our family was torn the fucking apart. Me, my father suffered with, drug abuse. My mother did bounce back and was able to marry after, I did not grow up in a single mother, you feel me? But a lot of us grew up in bad situations, and we all are dealing with that. We're dealing with that, don't even know it. That's why we all should get some type of therapy. because we're dealing with the trauma of our past. We don't even know what we're carrying. We got to really break this shit down and figure out what's going on with us and what's making us to make the decisions that we make. Why do we feel like certain things are okay? Why do we feel like we want to settle certain things in our life? Why do we want to settle for, certain performances out of ourselves? We got to really peel the layers back like a fucking onion. You might shed some fucking tears, people. We got a lot of work to do. And I just don't want these ladies to become unnoticed. So I'm shining a light on them. Shouts out to you, Queen Breeny. We moving on to Ayemi Loho. I might cut this out because I did a lot of talking. I will do a warning in the comment section since I did a lot of talking in this video. Listen. My name is Stacie. Please make sure to subscribe right now. I'm new to my channel. My series, Reporting Live from the Streets, where we take these talking points and talk to people out here in the streets about real life situations, about these things right here. That shit drop every single Saturday. Make sure you tune into that. We gonna go and move on to the next reaction, man. I talk for a long ass time. It's your boy Stacie, and I fuck with you. Why? Because you fucks with me.